We are back for take two. Sorry about that, guys. If you were here in the beginning, I had some technical difficulties. So, the thing that we have learned when doing a live stream is do not refresh. Again, do not refresh in the middle of a live stream. That does not work out well. So, I will never do that again. um, we are back. Sorry about that. I need to send out this link again since we are on take number two. Hi again. I also was trying to figure out how the heck am I supposed to show these comments, and I could not figure that out. So I don't know what is going on with that. So let's see. But did anybody happen to get any reading done in our little break that we had? Anybody? I apparently did not because I was trying to figure out the whole technical issue situation. And Alicia, I have learned to not refresh during a live stream. So that is what I have learned. Don't do that. Let me see. No, that doesn't work either. Okay, so I will say it again. I'm going to be reading Spare by Prince Harry. I always want to say Prince Henry, and I don't know who that is, but by Prince Harry. I said it before, it's not very interesting. I'm only 90 pages in, not much has happened in his life, according to me. I hate to say that about people's memoirs because I don't want to say people's lives are boring, but not much has happened in 90 pages in his life. So I'm going to try and push through for this one because I want to be done with this within the next couple of days. I'm going to really try. Um, trying to remember, Ryan, you're reading the next book in The Sinlin of Sins. Um, I think you said Arm of the Sphinx. I think that was. And then Alicia, I don't know if you're what you're reading or if you're just being productive during the sprint. Yes, it was Arm of the Sphinx. Okay. And Alicia is going to be reading Alice Adventures in Wonderland. Okay. Is this the actual story or is this a retelling of Alice Adventures in Wonderland? Hello. I think I'm going to give it till about 6:45 before we start the first sprint. Let a few more people trickle in here. And it'll be a 20-minute sprint. The original story for Alice Adventures in Wonderland. Okay. I also have an unreleased chapter from my author friend I plan to get through. Okay, so that's from another book. My brain got it right. Brains. Besides Spare from Prince Henry, I don't know why I keep saying that. I'm trying to rename this man. Okay. Besides that book, because clearly I don't want to read that. I've also started In My Dreams I Hold a Knife. I started listening to this one today, and I actually really like this. I think I'm enjoying this one. Um, this is a adult psychological thriller, although I don't think it's not thrilling yet. So I'm gonna say it's a psychological mystery. I am liking this one, but it's really starting to make me question whether or not you need friends in your life because people are terrible. That's what I'll say about that. But I'd rather be listening to that than reading this book by Prince Harry because that's way more interesting than this. So I did start reading that. Oh, I also started reading um Wonderland by Jennifer Hillier. And I started reading this one for the book troop book club for Gabby from Gabby Reads. This one is pretty good. I'm only 50 pages into this one. This is an adult mystery thriller, and a lot's happening in this one. And with 50 pages, I did not want to put this one down. So this one's pretty good. So we have about 4 minutes before we start the next sprint. I'm still baffled on why I don't have the options to like share my screen or display the chat messages. This is just not going in my favor today, but that's fine. Which also kind of stinks because I had a really cute timer that I wanted to just display for you guys, and now you can't see it. But that's okay because for the next one, we're gonna make sure we don't have these same technical difficulties. But let's see. All right. So we have about 2 minutes before we get started. I will say though, for this book, for Spare, even though I'm saying like it's boring, stuff is happening, and I do feel bad for the guy in the stuff that he's going through because after his mom died, Princess Diana, we all loved her. He just always seems to have gotten the short end of the stick. And I always feel bad for people like that. But for some reason, I just thought his life just would have been a little bit more interesting. I don't know. Anytime I feel people write memoirs about their lives, I just always expect people to have a lot more going on because I'm just me personally, I don't think everybody needs a book. And I feel all these celebrities are writing these memoirs and tell-alls and all of that, and I don't think they all need it. Everybody's life just isn't that interesting. That's just me. But I don't know. I'm gonna attempt one more time to try to figure out. Oh, thank you. Somebody agrees with me. Thank you, Ryan. Let's see. I'm also afraid to like click all these buttons because I don't want to like accidentally end in the live stream again. Because knowing me, that is something that I would do, and I don't want to have to start over again. I don't want to put you guys through that again. So sorry. Sorry about that the first time. Okay. So it is now 6:45. We are going to do a 20-minute sprint. So we will come back at 7:05. I will just go ahead and put that down here into the chat that we will start back up again at 7:05. Well, I'll just put '05, I guess. We'll come back at '05. I'm not sure what time it is in everybody's zip code, so we'll do that. Hopefully, oh, okay, my comment works. At least that works. Okay. All right. So I'll see everybody in 20 minutes. Okay, so we're back. That is the end of the first 20 minutes. I only got like 8 pages through. Um, I I don't know why I can't read too much of this at like one time. But yeah, I only got 8 pages through Spare by Prince Harry. Um, Again, not much is going. Well, something did happen, but before I get into that, how much did you guys read, or what did you do during this 20 minutes? Alicia just told me to DNF it. I so want a part of me wants to DNF it, but then a part of me is like, but I'm just dying to know what it is that everybody is talking about with like all of the controversy and stuff. I'm just so curious. You already have a lot of DNFs already for the start of 2023. Um, no, I don't. I haven't DNF'd anything this year. So Ryan said, yeah, that book got to go. um, Ryan and Alicia, how are your books going that you were reading? Did you guys make any progress? Darian, well, books that should be DNF'd. Well, yeah, yeah, I do have books that I should have DNF'd. You're right. This is definitely one of them. But my issue with this is, or what I think is weird, is these people go to Africa a lot. And I don't know what their fascination is with going to Africa. I think that's odd. From what I've been told by my grandmother, because I know absolutely nothing about this family. And maybe I should know more than I do, but I know nothing about them because I don't care. But I guess Princess Diana had did a lot of work over in Africa, but like Harry has been to Africa about 3 times since I started this book, and I'm not even 100 pages in. And he just met this girl, I guess, that he's gonna start talking to over in Africa. I don't really know what the extent of their relationship is going to be. And he made the comment that, oh, she's really different from a lot of the other girls that I talked to. In my head, I'm just like, well, I guess she is. Like, she's from Africa. Duh. She would be different. It's just, I don't know. I don't know what their fascination is with Africa. I don't know if they just feel bad. So if they help out in Africa, if they go to Africa, it makes them feel better about themselves. I don't know. It's just strange. Out of all the places they could go, I don't know why they choose Africa. But that's my take on that. I'm just, I don't know. I guess I'm starting to get annoyed. But if anything, I'm probably not doing a very good job of selling this book or pitching it to anybody that's probably thinking of picking it up or thought they might want to. But it's out there for the public. Um, Someone said hello to this person, but someone said I got 2 pages in, but one of them was filled with pictures. That's fine. That's progress. I will take it. I will say we will start this next sprint maybe at 15, and it'll be another 20 minutes. Um, Someone says so she doesn't really like this book, and no, I don't. I'm not feeling it. Not at all. It is really bothering me that I cannot show these comments. And I know I'm doing something wrong. That's fine. Probably after our next 20-minute sprint, I might switch to one of the other books. If you guys missed the other two books that I was reading, I will let you guys know what those are again. So I had currently on audio, I'm listening to In My Dreams, I Hold a Knife, and this is a psychological thriller. Um, and this one is about in college, this friend group, one of their friends was murdered, and one of their friends within that friend group was blamed for the murder. And so I think it's like, I know it's more than 10 years later. All of the friends have come together at their college reunion. That's where I'm at. So I don't know what's going to happen, but that's as far as I've gotten in this one. And so far, I'm 86 pages into this one and I'm enjoying it. So we'll see if I will continue to enjoy it. And then I just started this one today as well. This is Wonderland by Jennifer Hillier. This is I want to say this is more of a mystery right now. It's taking place at a theme park, which I love me a good theme park. So it's already getting some cool points right there. And we have somebody that has gone missing. We have somebody that has shown up dead at the bottom of a Ferris wheel. Actually, there's two people that have gone missing, and then somebody that has showed up dead at the bottom of a Ferris wheel, and we are trying to figure out what happened. So I'm only 50 pages into this one, and those were some really good 50 pages. So those are the other two books that I'm in the middle of. Going back to the comments, what's wrong with it? I'm gonna assume that you were talking about Spare by Prince Harry. It's just boring and not much is happening. And Alicia said, I heard it's very skimming the topics that people wanted to hear about. And I would say you are correct. I thought it was, to be honest, I picked it up because I thought it was going to have a lot more. It was going to be way juicier than it is. I was just here for the drama. And drama is not what I'm getting. It's just putting me to sleep, really. So, or maybe I just haven't got to the good stuff yet. I guess. Like, I don't know. But where is the good stuff? After 100 pages, I feel like we should be getting there. Jesus Christ. But he's also about to head into the military, so maybe something is about to happen. I don't know. But we have 1 minute until we go into our next sprint. It is going to be another 20-minute sprint. So okay, again, I need to stop clicking the buttons because I'm still trying to figure out why I can't do anything in here. But I'm afraid I'm gonna exit out. So let me just stop playing with stuff. Okay. So it is 7:15 or 15 past the hour, wherever you guys are located. So we will come back at 35. I'll put that in the chat. I will see you guys in 20. Okay, so we are back. I just had hit a very interesting part to the point that I actually had to tab a couple of things. This is ridiculous. Um, so how was your reading? How much progress did you guys make? Again, I only got through like a couple of pages, so I didn't get very far. Um, Harry is just doing stupid stuff, getting reprimanded for it, and then, you know, feeling sorry for it when he's just doing stuff he shouldn't have done in the first place, which is usually how, things go. So, but I think I'm going to continue to read on in this. I finally, in past 100 pages at least, I made it to page 105, so that's progress. Ryan said he made good progress. So is that second book, is it so far, is it as good as Sinlin Ascends or better in your opinion? I can't remember if I've heard if that series gets better as the books go on, but I do know people really enjoy at least the first book of that series. Hello. Um, I have to give the disclaimer as new people join. I'm having technical difficulties and I can't display my messages on the screen, but I see the message. You say you are reading the prophets. I feel like I've heard of that, but I have not read that. Are you enjoying it? And then Ryan says, I don't know yet. There are just so many mysteries I want to know the answers to. Are they still stuck in the tower? The Tower of Babel? That's the whole premise, right? We're still looking for this lady in the tower, or did we find her? So for the prophets, yes, I like the writing style. Good, because let me tell you, a writing style can make or break a book. That is for sure. So if we have anybody that is just joining, I am struggling through Spare by Prince Harry. Yeah, right, Prince Harry, because I've been trying to call this man Prince Henry for the longest. Um, Ryan says we haven't found her yet. Okay, so that is for Sinlin Ascends. I'm gonna start the next sprint at 7:45. At 45, wherever you are, um, and that'll be another 20-minute sprint. So I wish though one of my goals for this year was to read like more nonfiction. And I really wish that reading Prince Harry's book was not where I wanted to have started. Because picking up nonfiction, I don't know how anybody else feels. It's just not a natural thing for me to do. I have to really find something that I like in order for me to pick it up. So after reading whenever I decide if I'm going to finish this or not finish it, whatever the case may be, I just don't think it's going to make me want to pick up another nonfiction for a while. That's for sure. That's unfortunate. I'll recommend The Radium Girls. I feel like you told me about that one. Um I'm trying to think. That's about the Radium Girls. That's about the girls that this is gonna sound so weird, but they like glowed green for some reason. That yep, that's what I remember. I'm probably wrong. That sounds real crazy. I read a lot of self-help books, so I get my nonfics that way. And I don't read a lot of self-help books because I just don't know where to start with nonfiction. So usually I just read whatever people tell me to read, or if I see people read stuff that's popular, that's usually where I start. Because if I go in a nonfiction section of a bookstore, I'm lost. Ryan said that's actually right for Radium Girls. Yep, they glowed green, and I don't know why. I don't remember why, but that's what I remember from that. Alicia says I want to read Alan Rickman's book. Alan Rickman. Why have I just heard that name? Is that one of the? Oh, I'm gonna feel so stupid if I get this wrong. But is that one of the Harry Potter people, or did I just make that up? I think that's one of the Harry Potter people. Alan Rickman. I'm pretty sure. Mm, I think. Oh, now I gotta look it up. Let's see. I made it 3 pages into the history book I'm reading. This book is surprisingly exciting. Good. Ah, I was right. It's Snape. Alan Rickman is Snape. So the reason why I know that I just heard that name is because I was looking up something for Harry Potter because, and I'm gonna call her out if she's still in this chat. My sister did not know who um, Daniel Radcliffe was, and it just broke my heart. It really did. But she knew who Harry Potter was, and in my opinion, Daniel Radcliffe and Harry Potter are one and the same. I said it, and I stand behind that. I will always feel that way. This history book that you're reading, is this for school or is this a pleasure read? Because this is a history book for school. I'm impressed that you are enjoying it because I don't think I've enjoyed anything that I've read for school. If I remember correctly, Alan Rickman, he passed away, and from what I heard, they are like publishing his journals or something, right? Not enjoying schoolwork. If I had to do schoolwork, I would not be enjoying it either. So we have one more minute before we start our next sprint. Again, it will be a 20-minute sprint, and I will be, surprisingly, as much as I have been complaining on this stream about Spare, I'm going to continue to push through. Okay. So it is 7:45 for 4:45 wherever you guys are at. So we will come back at 05. I'm just gonna go ahead and put that in the chat. If you have just joined this, I am unable to share my screen for whatever reason to show a countdown. So I'm just gonna put in the chat what time we will resume. So anybody that joins will be aware. I will see you guys in 20. We are back. Um, so I finally made it to a part in Spare where Harry has made it to boot camp in the army. So that is where I am at with that. So, how far did you guys get in your reading? I'm going to go back over here to the chats. Um, so, for this one, in regards to that history book, it says it is the source for a school report. It's about the weirdest railroad company to ever exist. It's filled with petty corporate disputes, political corruption, and family dynasties. I only cited a few pages of the book as an example of corporate political influence, but it was so interesting I kept reading it. That does sound interesting. Well, that's a plus. If you're doing something for school, but you actually come across something that's interesting, that is always a bonus. Because let me tell you, that does not happen often when it comes to schoolwork. I will say we will probably do one more 20-minute sprint. And we'll do it in a couple of minutes. We'll see what's happening in the chat. It says I definitely didn't read, but depending on how many more sprints you have, I might have to invest. Yeah, it'll just be one more sprint, one more 20-minute sprint. Yeah, I know, like I said, I've been complaining about Spare this whole sprint, but I think I'm gonna keep reading. I think maybe I've hit a part that's kind of interesting. We'll see. I got through another 14 pages. That's good. I think you said you were reading The Prophets. Okay. And I hope that it's still going well for you with The Prophets. Because I definitely did not read 14 pages. I think I only read, let's see. I think I only got through like 5, maybe. Yeah. I only got through 5 pages. That's another thing too. And I don't know, for people who read a lot of nonfiction, when I read nonfiction, I read it so slow. I don't know, it's just a lot to take in. Well, I guess depending on what nonfiction you're reading. Um, but most of the time I feel I read it so slow. My brain can't process it that fast, I guess, is the problem. This chapter is long, 14 pages, and I'm only halfway through. Okay. So I'm gonna say we will start the next sprint in about 2 minutes. Not 2 minutes. We'll start it on an even number. We'll start it at 15. Also, too, in this book, in Spare, I think we all know. Well, I don't know if we all know, but going into this, I knew that a lot of this was going to have to do with Harry and his feelings toward, or how he felt about his mother, Princess Diana, how he felt about her death and how that affected him throughout his life. But we just got to a part in here too where he was shown pictures of the crime scene. And of course, the picture, well, when I read that part, the pictures weren't in there, but he described them. And that was my first time, like, hearing what he saw or what was described of that crime scene because I didn't know. And I thought that part was interesting because that was the first time I've heard that, and who died besides Princess Diana, because anytime I heard of her death, I just heard about her. So that part was interesting. I feel the reverse. I wish I could get into fiction, but eventually I realized that it just isn't for me. Um, yeah, I don't have. Yep, we are the opposite. That it fiction isn't hard for me to get into. It's definitely the nonfiction. I Yeah, nonfiction is just something about it. It's just it. I don't know what to pick up with nonfiction. When I do pick up something with nonfiction, it takes me a while to read it, and then not only does it take me a while to read it, it just has to be it's really good in order for me to want to finish it. I definitely read nonfiction slower. I annotate and take a lot of notes. Yes, I do that as well. 9 times out of 10, if I pick up a nonfiction, I have probably read a lot of reviews in this, besides the one that I'm reading now. I've probably read a lot of reviews and people have either recommended it to me. So I'm about 80% sure it is going to be something that I'm going to love. So I'm going into it with the expectations that I'm going to annotate and all of that. So I start doing that from the beginning. So I can go either way. It depends on the content. Yeah. And I have a lot of nonfiction books that I want to get to this year. I just have to find a way to work them into everything else that I want to read this year. I have a lot of memoirs that, no, I don't want to say I have a lot. I have a couple of memoirs. So this one that I'm trying to read, I have Trevor Noah's memoir that's been sitting on my shelf forever that I want to get to that I heard was pretty good. I have um what's that lady's name? Mariah Carey's that I heard was pretty good that I wanted to get to. And there's somebody else's that I'm really blanking on his name, but there's like a movie that was made after him that I want to get to. I can't think of his name. And I have two other memoirs with guys that have movies after them that I want to get to. And then some other like nonfiction books. But I definitely have quite a few memoirs that I want to get to this year. But I heard the trick and it actually made sense when it comes to nonfiction and memoirs. Just read the memoirs of people that you actually like. If you like them, you're most likely going to like their book. And that makes sense. I want to read Viola Davis's this book. I want to read Viola Davis's book this year too. Yes, I heard her book was really good. And I keep seeing her audiobook um available on Libby as one of the, like, you can read it now. You don't have to wait. And I want to read it, but I also want to have the book available in front of me too, so that in case I do want to annotate it, I can have it. But I do want to read hers because I heard her book was excellent. So it is 8:15, and I'm going to go ahead and get us started on our last sprint of the evening. It's going to be another 20-minute sprint. Once that sprint is over, we will come back and just chat for a little bit. So, but we will go ahead and get started, and we will come back at 35. So, see you guys in 20. And we are back. So that was the last sprint of the evening. And I finally made it to part 2 of Spare. So I'm just trucking along. A comment came in right before we left for the sprint that says, so if you go in liking them, is that prejudgment? I think that's in regards to when we were talking about um, the nonfiction books. I think I made a comment saying I only pick up like nonfiction that I know that I'm gonna like. um, I don't know if that would be considered prejudgment, just because I think you want to pick up books that you know you're gonna like. So I think that's the goal in the end. So I wouldn't consider that necessarily prejudgment, I guess. But I don't know. What are you guys' thoughts on that? But how much progress did you guys make in that last sprint? Oh, thank you. Congratulations on finishing my first sprint. Thank you. This has been a ride. um, I got through 13 pages and I have 2 pages left of this chapter, and that is for the prophets. So yes, again, you are making more progress than me. So that is good. And I hope that you're still enjoying that, by the way. Because I think you said you were enjoying the prophets. I hate long chapters. Me too. Me too. Well, you know what? I don't mind so much if they're like long chapters, but they have some sort of page break in between. If you're gonna have like a long chapter, at least have some page breaks or something in there. But I do enjoy books that have shorter chapters. I got through 2 chapters. Great. And are you still enjoying Arm of the Sphinx? Yeah. As for me, I'm not going to say that I'm still enjoying Spare. It's fine, I guess. You are. Okay, good. I'm glad that you're enjoying that. I am enjoying the book though, although a 30-page chapter is a bit much to me. Yes, a 30-page chapter is long. Jeez. I would have to agree that is a long chapter. So, like the last person said, this was my first sprint. I think what I'm going to try to do is have these at least until I get the hang of this, is try to have one once or maybe twice a month, probably on Sundays. I think that's a pretty good day in around about this time on Sundays in the evenings. So be on the lookout for that. Good job, everybody. Yes, I agree. Good job, everybody. I hope everybody is enjoying their books. It looks like everybody is. We're just not going to talk about me. If you did not read during this sprint, I hope that you were at least productive doing something. If you are not and you were just chilling, good. 'Cause I think that's what I'm going to do when we end this. I think I'm just going to chill for a minute, let my mind breathe. After reading about Prince Harry, I need a break. So thank you for the sprint. You're welcome. I hope you guys join for the next one. But I think I am going to end it here. So I hope that everyone has a good evening, and I will see you guys next time. So I hope everyone has a good night. Bye, everyone.